Let's get ready to rumble. It's Sunday Fun Day with the prime time king of live streaming. With your tower of power himself, 24/7 Fusion Media. The ever mysterious Vigilante Williamson. Taking a break from the Hollywood Nights and cruising in on a hot rod. It's New Bomb Turk. And myself, your humble announcer, infallible Baron Ormantang. Sit back, relax. Hey, there's no football no more. You don't have to excuse. Watch. Or else.
24/7 here, and I would like to introduce the gentleman here on the panel with me. We are the Primetime Kings, Baron Norman Tag, New Bomb Turk, and I'm your host 24/7. And I would like to say thank you to everybody in the chat and everybody that's looked out for me, especially with this GoFundMe. I appreciate everybody that shared, everybody that contributed to it. I appreciate y'all, and I'm so thankful, and I will be contacting each and every one of y'all to express my thanks and to say thank you. So with that, I would like to say what's up to everybody up in the chat. Jedi Bill, Keely Chow. Yeah, I appreciate you, Jedi Bill. Thank you. All right, Low Spec Linux Laptop. The Long Suffering. Shit. How you gentlemen doing?
Do you have $20 I could borrow so I can contribute to your fund?
Right. Man. How y'all doing, man?
All right.
I'm doing peachy, man. Doing peachy. Sitting back and relaxing, being the house husband, the cinder fella for my poor alien wife, you know, whose leg is all busted up. Yeah. So I tell you.
I was gonna say, how long is she gonna be held up? Like,
I don't really know. She's going to have an appointment here next week. They do want to check her bone density and such, but I mean, she's doing awfully well. She was a little naughty, and she started going up the steps way before she's supposed to. So she's been going up to the bedroom levels because she's sick and tired of sleeping in the hospital bed that I'm looking at right now, right across from me here in the lower level. So she's doing fantastic. So I suppose it all depends on how well she can maneuver around on that. They were saying about 6-8 weeks, but who knows? It's already been 2 months.
I can only say one thing to that. I've done the same thing before. Not necessarily the same injury, but I had walked across a chunk of glass, and it cut my big toe from the tip to the base knuckle.
Ow.
And had to have it stitched. This was when I was in high school. And I had to have it stitched back together. And they gave me one of them stupid, like, curved bottom booties.
Oh, yeah.
To walk on so that I wouldn't bend the toes. And after, a little while, I was like, this thing is stupid. It makes me look like an idiot. I'm putting my shoes back on. So I started walking around with regular sneakers. And And when I went back to have the stitches checked, they were like, "You've been walking in a shoe, haven't you?" And they knew right away. And I was like, "Oh, I got busted." They had to restitch it.
Wow.
Yeah. So if they tell you don't do something, it's probably the thing you want to avoid. Just for, you know.
Yeah, I know. I tell my wife.
Yeah.
Dogs.
Right. Yeah, but you're right, man. You gotta definitely avoid those common mistakes, man. You know, especially when the doctor probably seen it happen so many times.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they're telling you from experience more than likely.
Right. Exactly.
People been there, done that. Please, don't copy.
Yeah, and the doctor that took care of me with that was little Asian dude. He's like, "You don't walk in shoe. You need to use booty." I was like, "Oh man."
New bomb Turks, new booty. Huh?
Yeah.
I figured out what the dogs are barking at. We have a woodpecker in our neighborhood, and it likes to knock on my house, which of course sends the dogs nuts. It's a woodpecker.
Yeah, I thought you said woodpecker. I was like,
oh,
what?
That too. Yeah, it's a wooden pecker. Yeah, a wooden pecker. Yep. Fossilized wood.
Man.
Anywho.
Yeah. But yeah, trying to tell her, hey, but you can only say so much. Then they beat you up.
Right.
I got you. Well, shit. Did y'all want to pick a subject to talk about for today?
Well, did you want me to talk about Pickard?
What?
Pickard? What?
Yeah, cue card. Yeah.
Nah, we can.
Okay, no problem. No problem. I'm the only one here that went through watching it. I didn't pay for it.
No, I saw it.
Yeah. Oh, you saw it too? Okay.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it Friday morning.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I didn't think you did. My apologies.
No, that's all right. But yeah, let's talk about that first article I dropped on y'all.
Okay, I guess we're all ready.
Okay, man.
Okay, so I don't know if this is the one you wanted me to do it from, but it's from Movie Web. Starsky and Hutch female-led reboot in the works at Fox. A new incarnation of Starsky and Hutch is in the works with plans to gender swap the title characters. This is written by Jeremy Dick, published 3 days ago. So there's a nice picture of them, having something to eat and trying to decide what's going on, and where David Soul wanting to know where his music career went. The trend of rebooting classic movies and TV shows continues, with Starsky and Hutch back up on the board, set to be rebooted at Fox. THR reports that the 70s detective series is getting reimagined, but this time the show will be gender swap its title characters by casting female actors in the lead role. The project is in the early stages and not yet ordered to series, but Fox Entertainment president Michael Thorne says new series writers and co-showrunners Sam Scalver, and Elizabeth Peterson, at least I can do that one, will soon be submitting 2 scripts that will lead to a final decision. Per reports, the new Starsky and Hutch is being written to follow 2 female lead detectives in this iteration named Sasha Starsky and Nicole Hutchinson. Wow.
Holy shit.
Wow.
It gets better.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't even read ahead yet, so this is going to be fun. In the reboot, the 2 detectives solve crimes in the offbeat town of Desert City while staying true to their friendships, their awesomeness, oh, come on,
What?
and somehow also trying to unravel the mystery behind who sent their fathers to prison 15 years ago for a crime they didn't commit. The Starsky and Hutch reboot comes from Sony Pictures TV and Fox Entertainment, with the two companies producing. The series is one of multiple projects that are in the works at Fox for the small screen, which also includes Mark Cherry's Jenny is a Weapon, that's an interesting name, which follows a sheltered housewife who secretly works as a psychic with the government to keep the world safe. I'm
Wow.
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is starting to sound like some of the 70s.
Oh my god. Oh,
I don't know what my long suffering is doing over there, but okay. So let's see. Also in development is a medical drama series called Doc. How imaginative! Based on an Italian show about a doctor who loses 8 years worth of her memory after an accident. And of course, Starsky and Hutch gets rebooted again. Of course, there's the unfunny Stiller, unlike his father, and Owen Wilson. That's all right. He's Wilson. The original Starsky and Hutch TV show was created by William Blinn. It ran for 4 seasons and nearly 100 episodes on ABC between 1975 and 1979. I didn't realize it lasted that long. Wow. The series followed Southern California police detectives David Michael Starsky, Paul Michael Glazer, and Kenneth Richard Hutchinson, David Soul. It remains one of the most memorable TV shows in the 1970s and still often gets referenced in pulp culture. In 2004, Starsky and Hutch was given its first reboot in the form of a theatrical feature film, directed by Joker Helmer, Todd Phillips. The movie was written by Phillips, John O'Brien, and Scott Armstrong. Ben Stiller and Owen Wilson co-starred as the titled detectives in this version, with the movie cast also featuring Snoop Dogg, Vince Vaughn, Jason Bateman, Juliette Lewis, and Will Ferrell. Both Glazer and Soul made a special appearance in the film as a nod to the original show. In 2017, there had been reports of James Gunn working on another reboot of Starsky and Hutch. At one point, it was reported that the project was moving forward at Amazon, and that Gunn would be co-writing with brother Brian Gunn and cousin Mark Gunn. However, it was later reported that Amazon had passed on the project, killing the Gunn's version of Starsky and Hutch. But, as we are now seeing, it was inevitable for another reboot to get put back into the works.
Okay, I got a couple of things on this. Scroll back up a little bit
we
to
wanna move
where the article starts to
Go
All right,
south.
stop.
Yep.
Go back
Up
Up to the
what?
top of the article, not the picture, just the top of
Yeah.
the writing.
Okay, there we go.
There, that's fine. All right, so they go through. Let's see here. It says in the reboot, 2 detectives solve crimes in offbeat town of Desert City. Where they're getting Desert City, I have no fucking idea, because Desert City wasn't the original city in Starsky and Hutch.
Yeah, I know.
And then their awesomeness, okay. And somehow trying to unravel mystery behind who set their fathers in prison. None of that has anything to do with the original Starsky and Hutch.
And see when I heard that, the first thing that came to mind is Starsky and Hutch went to prison, and that's their daughters. Because the thing is, I think because who would set up their dads, and why would their dads be together if their dads weren't partners to begin with? Must be their the daughters of Starsky. That's the only way they can actually pull it off and make it make sense. But then
an actual sequel and not a reboot.
Right.
Yeah.
But then
The thing I was going to mention though.
But I think they'd be stupid enough to say no. This is just a fresh thing,
unrelated thing. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, but why would their fathers be friends anyway if they weren't partners?
Well, I mean, they could have grown up together. I mean,
Mm.
it's not, I guess, uncommon if you live in a smaller town for two people who were friends as children to both end up police officers or be doing the same job, I guess. I mean, it's a stretch, but whatever.
Yeah. Well, what happens in
Um,
Desert City stays in Desert City. You know.
Right. But yeah, no, it sounds more. I mean, they're calling it a reboot, but it like you said, it sounds more like a continuation. The other thing I mean, honestly, like their awesomeness and Unrivaled. It sounds like, okay, so it's part Cagney and Lacey and the Flash's origin story.
Oh,
Like Dad's in prison. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I was kind of thinking Cagney and
I mean-
Lacey with a hot car, but you know.
Whatever, you know. Like I said, if the car is, you know, doesn't have to be exactly the same, but if it's still a cool car that one of them drives, I'm fine with. If they put them in a Prius or anything like unremarkable, I think I'm just gonna fucking lose my shit.
It'll probably be a Tesla.
Oh God.
Red with a white stripe.
Well, that just means I'll never catch any of the people they're chasing because the battery will die.
Or blow
wow.
up.
Well, yeah, or burn down to the ground. Yeah,
Mhm.
but yeah,
Hey, we're gonna have the Chevy Volt for you. Here you go. 3 cylinders
that's
of fun.
worse.
Yeah, I know.
At least the Teslas are quick.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I don't know about that. That's the other one
What?
is funny too. Like Jenny as a weapon.
Ugh.
Okay, if she's a psychic, she's not a weapon. She's a bullshit artist mostly, but like I don't know. Like the title "Jenny as a Weapon" makes me think of like La Femme Nikita
Yeah.
Right.
in a way, like an Americanized version of La Femme, the original La Femme Nikita.
hmm
Like it doesn't fit the explanation of what it is at all.
No, I mean just that whole line that they put in there about that. It's like it's like like you're hearing a skit from The Simpsons where they're trying to go out there and promote a TV show.
Well, and don't they already have a psychic guy working with the police in a different show? Isn't there or there wasn't there at some point?
I mean, they had what was that Stephen King?
Oh yeah, the Dead Zone.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
you also had
I'm talking a TV show.
they were the
Yeah,
Dead
there
Zone
was a
TV
series.
show. Yeah. It was a movie, then they turned it into a series. There was
Yeah,
also
yeah, it
Psych,
ended up
but
being
that
a
was
series for a couple seasons. Yeah.
you had Psych, but those guys were actually con artists.
Yeah, no, there's one. He works. I don't know. I'm gonna have to try. He's a blonde guy,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't call him a psychic. He basically can read people's minds or some shit.
Hmm.
Can't remember the name of the show, but yeah, I mean, it's just like another one in the pile of junk that nobody will watch.
Yeah. I mean, at least the Ghost Whisperer had Jennifer Love Hewitt's big breasts to watch.
Right, Tits McGee.
Yeah, Tits McGee. Yep.
Wow. That's what y'all called her?
Wow,
Cool.
what I call her.
Oh.
Yeah. Tits McGee.
It's like shit.
All of them, like that one, and the idiot from what the hell, the raging liberal female from the Three Witches show.
Oh,
Until I know
oh, Shannon Doherty and what's her name? Alyssa Milano.
Milano, yeah. And she's the other Tits McGee.
Yeah, well, hers are fake though.
Are they?
I think so. Yeah, she didn't. I don't think she blossomed out that big. I think she had to get some padding on her.
I don't know. I've seen them in a movie.
Yeah.
Pretty damn real to me.
I seen those in a movie one time.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there are images out there of her.
Oh yeah, there are.
Right.
Mhm.
I
Real
mean,
ones,
shit.
not.
All right. Well, let me ask you this: if they were fake, would you look away and be like, "No, I don't want to look at them"?
Oh, I always look at breasts.
No, I'm just saying. But if they're they're fake, would you like? No, I'm not interested in looking at them.
Yeah.
Depends.
Yeah,
Come
it
on, man.
depends.
I mean, they have to
I don't
say
know,
like,
dude. I've seen some really bad fake ones.
Yeah, and that's just it. That's what it comes down to. Did they do a good job? Or I mean, I've seen it where they have like the scar going from the nipple going down towards the belly button
The base,
where they put
yeah.
it in there. And it's like, who was the surgeon and why hasn't he been executed? That's
Usually
that's,
they're-
I mean, so you guys, that's okay. So I guess my whole thing. So you just the fact that maybe you're just looking at some tits, like that's not enough.
Yeah.
So it's just like, oh my god, look at the scar, and one's bigger than the other, and this and that shit. Just
Do her tits look like walleye eyeballs?
exactly. You gotta remember, hey, we're boob connoisseurs here, so come on, 24.
Or what? Was it Marty Feldman? His eyeballs?
Marty,
Do they look like
yeah,
his
Marty
eyeballs?
Feldman eyeballs. Yeah,
all right,
yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
shit.
Are they pointing in different directions?
Hey, look,
I mean,
one's an
man,
innie,
man.
one's an outie.
Just I guess the fact that there's a rack staring at you is not enough. Just like fuck it, we have to do the science on this shit and see if they're
Yeah,
equally yoked and all kinds of other shit.
Or if they're
Yeah.
abnormally
Nah.
oversized.
yeah, exactly.
Like-
I mean,
That was really popular in the 80s with porn stars. Like the ridiculously large.
oh yeah.
But anyway.
Beat the hell out of you with those things.
Been
Wow.
there, done that.
Survive.
Been there,
Survived.
done that. A professional stripper, a traveling one.
Low spec says silicone balloons look nothing like boobs.
Nothing
Come
like
on, man.
boobs. Go on.
Come on, man.
Right?
Yeah,
I feel you, man.
just keep those boobs away from Biden. That's for sure. We don't want those shot down. I love boobs. Big, small. Doesn't matter. Whip them out. Saggy, firm.
Somebody coughing in the background.
Yeah,
That's the long suffering. Yeah, she's listening to me talk about boob talk. Oh, by the way, everyone, welcome to Boob Talk on 24/7 Fusion Media. The Primetime Kings has been preempted for Boob Talk. Get abreast on the situation today.
Yeah, man. I mean, I tell you what, though, you guys are down to watch to see how what's her name, Miranda Starsky and
No.
Sasha.
Is that Sasha? Yeah.
Karen.
Sasha Starsky and Nicole Hutchinson.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know. I mean, I would probably check the first episode because I like the original series, so I'd like to see where they're going with it. If within the first series I could tell right away that it's a complete shit show, then I probably wouldn't continue.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't seen Starsky and
Okay,
Hutchinson. I don't know how long.
So okay, so in saying that, would that be the same thing as giving this third season of Picard a chance?
Well, I don't know. I'm not much of a Trekkie, so I stopped watching Trek stuff at Next Generation. I figured that was enough. I never got into Deep Space Nine or any of that other
Why not?
stuff. I mean, I watched all of the originals when they were in syndication,
Right.
and to me,
go for it.
Well, I was gonna say, to me, Star Trek is to boldly go,
Right.
as in leave, go, travel, and Deep Space Nine didn't really do that until towards the very end, and even then they didn't do much of it. So it was, to me, Deep Space Nine was to boldly sit and wait for people to come to us.
Nah. Holy shit. Okay, I got you. I can understand that.
He was too cool for it. 24.
Well,
That's what he's trying to say.
actually,
No.
no. I mean, but you wouldn't think about it as like a vacation spot that people come in from all over the world. It's kind of like the Love Boat, or
Okay.
like,
But is the Love
or like
Boat
Fantasy Island. I'm
Trek?
just saying, you got people from everywhere coming into one place, and when everybody shows up, different things happen.
It's the love track.
I'm just saying,
Correct.
but
Too many derivatives of the original in my mind. I'd rather sit there and watch the original over again.
Mm-hmm. I'm with you there, man. I love TOS, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm a fan, but it took for me to become older to understand it. Like when I was seeing it when I was a kid, I didn't like it, but then I didn't understand it. So it was hard. Like I sat there and tried to watch it, but it was way over my head, and I didn't know what the fuck was happening. So I just was like, nah, I don't like that. But then
there was always a separation between like Star Wars being more fantasy than technical, and Star Trek being the far more technical than fantasy.
Right. And but me, I didn't understand it. Like I didn't know. Like I'd watch it. Nobody ever explained it to me. So it's like me watching it. My parents didn't watch it, or never was like, "Hey, son, check this out," and then like that. Brother didn't watch it. So when I watched it, I was watching it by myself, and just because I didn't know who the people were, what it was about, I was like, I don't know what the fuck. I'm watching this and I didn't get it, man. So I was like, I don't like it.
Right.
And but I got older, and I watched, and it came on, and I looked at it, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna sit here, and I told myself, I remember watching it for the first, like really watching it as an adult. That one episode, I said, I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna watch and see why the fuck people like Star Trek. So this is adult me taking a look at that shit and looking at it, and I just sat there and I watched the episode. And by the time I was done, I was like, "Oh shit,
makes sense."
Yeah, I was like, I see why. And I watched it, and it was funny because it had to be about maybe between 20 and 25 years ago, and I was later teens and getting into into a manhood, and I know, so it was with more dull eyes. I sat here and watched that shit, and I was like, damn, look at this, and it made sense, because it's basically, I took the time to watch it, and again, like after watching so much sci-fi and shit like that, wrapping back around to Star Trek, old Star Trek at that, the sci-fi made sense.
Yeah,
and the stories made sense, and it was like, well, fuck, this is actually pretty cool. I was like, what the fuck was I tripping about, as a little kid? And then I was like, well, I know for sure I didn't understand it, but now, like, giving it, like coming back to it and just sitting there and making, I got to force myself. I was like, man, do I really want to watch this shit? Then I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna watch it. I know a new episode's coming on. I'm about to watch this. I'm gonna watch the whole episode, and I'm gonna see why the fuck did people ever like this. By the time the episode was done, I was like, yo, I need another episode. And I was fucking, by the time I was done, I was cheering for Kirk and shit. I was like, yo, that's my man. Like he was doing like some old pimp shit, and I was like, yo, he's fucking, he's like the fucking fucking pimp. I was like, yo, what the fuck, Spock is cool. I was like, all right, I
Space
can,
pimp.
and then I was looking, I was like, okay, I was looking at different chicks walking by. I was like, yeah, I would have banged her. I would have banged her. Just being a dude, just looking at different chicks. All right, she's hot. Damn. All right. So
We're back to boob talk, folks.
Yeah, I was like, okay, back then, go-go boots. Okay, I'm digging off of that. Short skirts.
Mm-hmm.
It was, it was different things. When I was younger, I didn't understand, man. It took me to get older to me to check that shit out. I was like,
Yeah, I was in the same boat as you, 24. I didn't really like Star Trek until about, when the motion picture came out. Just like you, I really didn't understand it. When I was a kid, I was scared of it. Because I thought it was one of those frightening shows. Didn't want anything to do with it. But my dad forced me to watch Troubles with Tribbles. And that was kind of the gateway drug into watching Star Trek. And of course, then you saw the motion picture and then Star Trek 2. And in the 80s, I was just ravenous with Star Trek. Watching all the episodes, buying episodes on VHS. Of course, waiting for the next generation to come out in 87. It was, I was a late bloomer with Star Trek also. But I was more of a Star Trek fan than Star Wars fan, to be honest with you, for the longest time.
Yeah. Well, and when I watched Next Generation, that made me appreciate the original more as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
By the time Next Generation came about, I was, young adult to adult, and like 24. It made more sense at that point. Not even just the technical jargon, but also the themes of the shows,
the
message that they were putting out, that kind of thing.
Right, yeah. And
little kid watching original Trek. It's like 5-year mission. I was like, what the fuck is that? Like, what the fuck are they doing? A little kid, I was like, what the fuck? What? I didn't get it, man. I knew they were going somewhere and they were dealing with shit, but why? I don't know, and it just. I don't know, man. I was more, superheroes, man. Was a big thing too. So, and of course, one of the first things I seen was Star Wars when it came to like a bunch of shit. So it's like, but Star Trek was always there, and but it was shit that my aunt was watching. I remember her taking us to watch the first movie in the theaters. And I just was like, what the fuck? And what am I, watching it? And I don't know what the hell's going on and why people are cheering and why they're not cheering. And I'm just, because I didn't know who, I know who the good guys are, but why are they on, I don't know, man. It was way beyond me, man. It's just, but like I said, as being older, I got Star Trek comic books. I got all kinds of shit, man. So man, there's some good stuff. Matter of fact, I got the first series of Star Trek comics. I got almost the whole thing complete too.
You almost got all the gold key ones?
Yeah, the gold keys. Yeah, the first series that were out. Yeah, I'm about maybe about 20 issues shy of the whole, which is not much. I think I maybe might be less than that. Might be like about 15 issues from having it totally complete. But I got most of them are in mint condition too. Like not all beat the fuck up. Nothing like that.
How many issues did they have?
It's like, if I'm not mistaken, it was about. I could be wrong. I was thinking about maybe 70, 80 issues.
Wow. I didn't realize it was that many.
Yeah, I think if I'm not mistaken, I know if Lord Thoth was around, he'd be correcting my ass, right?
Oh, yeah, in a heartbeat.
Yeah, Lord Thoth would be like, oh, Star Trek, it'll be this, blah, blah, blah. But I mean, you can Google it. It'll tell you the Golden Key Star Trek combo collection.
Did you read any of where DC took Star Trek and
I got
those with Green Lantern?
No. Actually, that was
there's a few issues.
That was actually, if I'm not mistaken, they did something. Wasn't that recent?
Fairly recent, not extremely recent, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, because they also had where, if I'm not mistaken, and I think that might be out right now, where Star Trek meets up with Legion of Superheroes.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you can look that up, man. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's Spock. That's Kirk and Spock and McCoy meeting the Legion of Superheroes in DC Comics.
Okay.
Well, I know IDW did the ones where they had Next Generation with Doctor Who.
Right, and then I mean, they also had like Star Trek meets the X-Men, and fucking Spock put the fucking Vulcan grip on fucking that nerve pinch on Wolverine. Yeah, man, that shit was wild as shit, man, because Wolverine's about to get out of control, and fucking Spock got to his ass.
You've been spocked.
So it makes you think, though, like, would it work? Because, I mean, the way Wolverine's healing factor, like, whatever pinch Spock was doing, his healing factor would kind of kick back at it. So he'd keep going in and out.
Wow.
Yeah, the Green Lantern one was 2015 to 2017.
Okay.
And there's 12 issues total.
Oh shit.
6 and 6, yeah. Some of the covers are actually pretty wild. Let's see here. Let me bring this one up.
Oh, show and tell, boys and girls.
If I can. Well, that's not what I wanted to get back. There we go.
So Captive Fandom Nerd, Keely Chow, what's going on? Hello, Space. What's up, brother?
Share.
The face is, how's it going, brother? Not sure how long I can be here, so I can have an amazing stream. Thank you, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. Appreciate that, brother.
Yeah, I got the first one up.
No, there's one thing about those Golden Key comics, though. Their covers were just awesome.
Zachariah. Actually, they 315. Actually, they were. You could tell they were hand painted. Oh
yeah.
Man, look at that.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually pretty fucking cool, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
half Kirk, half
Hal Jordan.
Hal Jordan, yeah.
Oh, it looks like it's like the Abrams verse or Kelvin verse, Kirk. Okay.
Sort of. They don't directly link the movies, but there's similarities, yeah. Because the first movie would have come out right around then, yeah.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I believe that's yeah, man. I think that's
It's funny if you look at some of the Star Trek characters having rings.
Yeah, that's Chris Pine, man. That's Chris Pine.
Yeah, it does look like Chris Pine, but
yeah, that's Chris Pine. The ones I'm talking about is actual. Yeah, it looks pretty fucking. Wait a minute. Wait.
That is Pine, yeah.
Wait a minute. That's Captain Kirk as Green Lantern.
No, that's actually Hal Jordan. He's
yeah.
flying outside of the ship. Yeah.
Right.
That's definitely Pine.
Yeah, that's Pine, man. You fuck out of here. Yeah, I was there. Yeah, none of this has been confirmed. I have to look away and shit. It's fucked up.
Oh. He averts his eyes.
Yeah, man. It's like
he is shunning. He is shunning.
Don't touch those damn rings.
LMAO, that needs to be a t-shirt. Yep. The spot.
That one's kind of cool. A simple cover.
That's
not
it's past Chris
through
Pine.
the center.
Now, how does that work? Because the ring doesn't work on yellow, but Kirk.
Yeah. What's up, Monkey Jeebus? What's going on, man?
The ring doesn't work on yellow, but yet Kirk has a yellow shirt.
No, the color of the shirt means nothing, man.
I know. I'm just being.
That one's kind of cool too, with all of them.
Yeah,
the
that
logos
is.
all around it.
That's what. Yeah, that's fucking awesome. But then that's the 25% different. Fucking yeah, the shit, man. That's fucking wild. All right, man. I don't even know what to say, man.
The funny thing is, these didn't, even though obviously they're using the newer reboot,
Mhm.
they don't bring up anything in these issues that deals with those movies. And I don't know if it was, these comics came out prior to the movie, so they didn't want to spoil any of the movie, I would assume. But they don't talk about like the going back and forth in time. I don't even know if I don't remember seeing original Spock in these, like he shows up in the movies.
Yeah.
So I mean, they were, I think, under pretty strict orders not to ruin any of the movie. So the stories are pretty self-contained.
Mm-hmm. Nothing wrong with that.
No, and honestly, if you read them, they're not like you. They act more like traditional Star Trek, even though they look like the modern Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can tell by their personalities they're not. They're not exactly the movie.
Back down, fuck.
You okay there, 24?
Oh,
Which one?
I'm just looking
This
at
one?
this shit like, what the? Oh, look at that. Mind melt. Damn.
But yeah, it's called the Spectrum War.
Mm.
It was an
Wow.
interesting crossover, though. It could have been worse.
Oh, yeah. It
Oh.
could have.
Well, man, damn. Oh, yeah,
He's in shock, folks. He's in shock.
Yeah.
So I mean, did you see what like when they teamed up with the X-Men?
I never saw that one. I know they did. Yeah,
Yeah.
the X-Men.
Yeah, and then and I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think they have a series out right now with the Legion of Superheroes.
See, I'm not a big fan of crossovers like that. I really not.
Come on, man.
I know.
I mean, okay, so you are, they did a Thundercats He-Man.
That I can actually see more.
They have like on the cover, they have like Lion-O going against He-Man and shit on the cover.
Yeah. See, I can see that a lot more because you're talking about fantasy worlds.
Both of them have their distinctive swords.
Mm-hmm.
Locking up and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's out.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, if there's a good crossover. I mean, the Judge Dredd Batman crossovers are pretty darn good. I suppose it all depends on how you do it, and that's the thing. Sometimes people try too hard with the crossovers. In my opinion.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it looks like actually with X-Men they did both OG Star Trek and Next Generation.
Oh, okay.
I'm seeing covers for both.
Da 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 da.
Well, this is the comics, not the.
Yeah, I know. I'm just being goofy.
Wow. That was interesting. I like that.
Let's see here.
I know, me getting schooled. I like that.
All right, this is the OG Star Trek and X-Men cover.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That was yeah. Oh, now I kind of remember something about that. Yeah.
And the other one. Let's see if I can open the other one up here. Is this one? Actually, there's a couple of covers here, but
Look at that shit.
over.
Cyclops. That's 1990 Cyclops too.
Yeah, that's some nice artwork on that.
Yeah.
And then I'll share this one. This is Riker and Data with Wolverine.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So they played off of the TNG movie First Contact by making
Right.
this Second Contact. Decent cover art though.
It is.
Fucking Data going against the fucking
Sentinel or whatever.
the Sentinels, man. Ain't that some shit?
Wow.
Data and
There's a-
Riker.
There's a Borg in the background. That should be
Yep.
interesting.
Wait. So who has a thing on their eye in the back?
I don't know.
I don't know. It doesn't look like Picard.
Nope.
No. At first, I thought that's what it was, but no, it's like,
it
no,
looks-
that's not
yeah,
Picard.
I'm hoping that's not fucking Spock.
Nah, it doesn't. I don't think it looks like it.
I don't think so. Well, I don't
Can't
know.
see the ears, but you look at the top of the hair.
The hair
Oh,
in the
right.
eye, the eyebrow type thing, it kind of looks. You know, there's some facial resemblance to Nimoy in that. Yeah.
Or it might be a Vulcan.
Yeah.
Could be.
You know,
I
but
never
yeah, it
read
looks-
this series, so I couldn't tell you.
Holy shit.
But yeah, that one. That one's a little bit more comic booky.
Mm-hmm.
Worf.
Yeah, I don't.
Worf. I could see Worf battling Wolverine on their first fucking. Can't you see it? Both of them fucking.
Oh,
going
yeah.
into, like berserk rage and shit.
I hate to say though, I have a feeling that Wolverine would come out on top.
Oh yeah, he
Well,
would. But I mean,
Yeah.
you'd have Worf trying to hold his own until they both figure out that they're both on the same side and they chill the fuck out.
Abnett wrote that, huh? Okay.
That's how that always works, man.
Oh yeah. No, don't hurt Mr. Worf. He's our hero.
I'm on your side, bub.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be if funnier if you went after what's his face in the background here? I'm losing my mind.
Colossus?
Colossus, yeah, that would be hilarious.
Don't worry
Whack
about
him
that,
with
new
the
bomb. I've
Klingon
lost him a
sword.
long time. Oh yeah.
Be like clang. Shit,
Yeah.
that didn't work.
Did not work.
Yeah, but yeah, all kinds of crossover stuff.
Oh yeah, I mean, I mean, I know Judge Dredd did it with Aliens and Predator, and who else did a Predator crossover in the comic book? Archie.
Batman.
Well, Archie. Was it Archie and Predator?
Batman did it.
Yeah, Batman. Okay, I
Yeah.
thought it was Batman. Yeah, I mean, if it works out right, if you get a good one. I mean, I love back in the day when you had the team ups between Marvel and DC heroes. What is it? You had the Hulk going against Batman, and the Joker was manipulating the Hulk to smash Batman.
Yeah, that was in the big oversized comic book.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I got a
Actually,
couple of those.
Actually, I believe it or not, I saw it in the paperback version. That's how I read it, was in the paperback version.
Oh, yeah. I me and my brother, we owned the original one when we were kids.
Yeah. I like those. It was interesting that, when you had two heroes from two different universes like that coming together, it's like, oh, that's kind of cute. Hulk smash. Hulk smash bat.
At the end of the day, a lot of that was just kind of a cop out though, because it wasn't like
Mhm.
the two you'd figure would be a good fight, Batman and Captain America,
Mhm.
and they both were just like, all right, neither of us are gonna win this, and it looks like we're really actually on the same side. So they didn't.
Yeah.
They just stopped. It was like, oh man, I want to see somebody win.
Oh, it's kind of like the race between Superman and the Flash. Who's who's going to be the fastest? Yeah. And of course, was it Whedon? I don't know if I haven't seen the Snyderverse version, but the Whedon one I know where they did it at the end of the film. Copied that.
Yeah, but they don't give you an actual answer at the end. They just they take off and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in the Snyder movie, they didn't even do that shit.
They didn't do that.
No, not at all. So I obviously you didn't see it then.
No, I have not seen the Snyder.
Oh man,
I have to watch. I don't have HBO Max no more.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter, I gotta shake my daughter down. She got it through her cable or something like that, and I was enjoying it. It must have been like one of those short term things, like only a couple months. I was gonna sit down and start watching some stuff on WB or on HBO Max, and load up some DC and all that. It's like, okay, where is it? Called my daughter. I don't know. And yet I'm taking her to see Cocaine Bear. I mean, we got our tickets, by the way. We have our tickets for Cocaine Bear. My daughter and my wife got the tickets for Thursday at 5:00. So me, the long suffering, my daughter and her fiance, we're going to be seeing Cocaine Bear.
Okay.
When is that supposed to release?
Well,
Thursday, next Thursday.
Well, hopefully it's not complete dog shit.
Oh, I'll let you know. I'll let you know either way. I mean, how that is. It's just looking at those damn previews. It just looks so silly and stupid. We need something like that,
And as long as it sticks to that, that's fine.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm actually kind of looking forward to that. Yeah. Did you just misgender the bear? He's trying to kill us. He's stoked on coke.
Yeah.
He was snorting coke off of a hooker's ass in the bathroom, for crying out loud.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it like you said, as long as it stays, simply stupid and whatnot, and doesn't go overboard in its trying to be serious,
right?
And then it should be fine.
And I'm praying that's just going to be a silly, stupid film, which we need. Just like we've talked about before, where we need to have a good comedy, something that's not politically correct, something that's irreverent, and this sounds like it could be. So that's what I'm praying. And of course, it's not a remake of a film, it's not a sequel. So it's like there's those are some of the stuff right there that helps interest me a little bit more.
Right. Yeah, I guess we'll see.
Yeah. Well, I'll give an honest review. I'll give an honest one. I try to be honest. Not always successful, but I try. Most definitely. Oh, and to reinforce, what's the one, boys and girls out there in the chat? I do have that big question. What is the one thing? Oh, hi, Leah Rose, the president of the Phil McCracken fan club. Good to see you. What is the one thing is the mantra from 24/7 Fusion Media? What do you normally hear from him? It's get physical copies, right? Physical copy of media, whether it's books, games, CDs, records, whatever it is. Get physical media. And I just saw that today. Unfortunately, I didn't tag the article, but the books like was it James and the Giant Peach, and the books by Ronald Dahl are now being re-edited to be sanitized so they're not quote unquote offensive. And if you happen to have these books on your, basically ebooks, they're going to get changed over whether you want them or not. Because the Thought Patrol, the Thought Police are out there, and they're going to change it. All new copies of the book in physical media is going to be changed. So get your older copies, find the used bookstore, and you get the hard copies because I said it before. They're going to do that, and here's absolute proof. How soon until they do it to Mark Twain and other stuff by Samuel Clemens? I mean, it's right down the road. Get physical media. You'll not regret it. Well, the long suffering does because she sees all my books, but you won't regret it.
Right. Yeah, man. It's you got to get your physical media. You right about that, brother.
Yeah, I just thought of that, and when I saw the article, I just thought of you right away. 24 is like, what does he keep on saying? Of course, which I 100% fully agree with. I mean, it's like taking a 1969 Ford Mustang, taking the engine out and putting a battery in, making an e-car. I mean, you just don't do that.
Oh, people have been doing that like crazy lately.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah,
Makes me sick.
It does.
I tell you.
Just get the little hamster or something like that in there, or the rubber band. Wind up the rubber band. Do anything but that. Anything but that.
Yeah, I mentioned it, I think, on a different stream, but I
Mm-hmm.
was watching a video probably about a week ago, and it was like a scientific channel.
Mm-hmm.
But the old guy in the video was running an old 350 Chevy small block on hydrogen.
Huh.
No issues, ran fine. Didn't even have a misfire or anything. And I was like, yep, but they keep wanting to push electric.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, that's because they can. You have to have. Okay, for so many dollars a month, we'll let you have air conditioning, and so much more a month, we can let you have your radio. So much more, yeah. Oh, and we have we have it coming down from the government. Okay, we're turning your cars off completely because of whatever, so you can't go anywheres. And don't charge your car up because our power grid's all taxed. Right, California?
Right. Oh, it'll hit them soon enough.
Yeah.
Summer's around the corner, and they're going to be going into their rolling blackouts again.
Good old rolling blackouts. Gotta love them. I bet you I know one place that doesn't have them. The governor's mansion.
Well, yeah, of course not.
Yeah. Governor NIMBY. Well, that's what I call all the governors now, NIMBYs. Not in my backyards. Talk a good talk. You don't say.
Yeah, I was up really early this morning.
I wasn't. I should have been, but I wasn't. I don't know. I'm not a morning guy. I mean, that's just it. I'm just not a morning guy. I just force myself to get up in the morning so I can be like the rest of the human beings. And I remind myself, but I'm not that human. Why am I doing this? Go back to being the troll that you are.
Well, I'm trying to get back into the swing of getting up early and going to work.
Mm-hmm.
I've been not doing that for years.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've been out for a little bit. Hopefully pretty soon here I can get back to doing that. Taking care of the missus, though. I gotta be her nursemaid here for a little bit, and then she can go off her way, and I can get kicked out in the other direction. So, actually, she found a job opening for a library for working in a library, and it's like, well, that's not bad. I always wanted to work with books.
Right.
Mm-hmm. But it is the most dangerous job for me to have. I'm one of those. You could put $1 million in front of me, and I wouldn't even think about taking a red cent off of that pile. Not at all. I'm funny that way. But you have books, and there's something in there that I want to have. the temptation is too strong, and I can. No, don't steal. Don't be a bad boy. I don't know if I can trust myself around all those books. Ever since Tag joined our staff here, folks, we've been noticing a decrease of books by about 10%. Anybody have any ideas?
Wow.
Let's see here. So we do we want to step into one of these other?
Yeah.
Do we have another story?
Whichever one you think is interesting.
Here, couple. Let's do the Hellboy one.
Hellboy. Okay.
Right.
Oh, there we go. Okay, Hellboy. Just a second here. I'm slow, but everybody knows that. Is Dildo's not in here?
No,
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Hopefully he's all right.
I do
Probably
too.
not.
Okay, and yeah, he's probably out harassing somebody else right now. You know him. And I'm almost there. I work slow, folks, but I do work for peanuts. So there she is. I got the link in there. Just after 24, put it in the screen there, and I can.
There we go.
There we go. Yay! And I hope this is the source you wanted me to take it from. I got it from comicbookmovie.com. Of course, the headline is Hellboy, the Crooked Man moving forward with comic book creator Mike Mignola penning screenplay. I know I destroyed that. I'm horrible with those names. Yet another Hellboy reboot is on the way. But the big difference is that the Crooked Man will have the character's creator penning the movie screenplay. Find out more details after the jump. Okay, that's nice. And I don't see a byline. I like to put a byline, but I don't. Oh, sorry. Josh Wilding is the article is by. Following reports that a new live-action Hellboy movie is in the works, Deadline via FearHQ.com has confirmed Hellboy: The Crooked Man is indeed set to start shooting next month in Bulgaria. Whoa! After 2019's reboot starring Black Widow's David Harbour bombed, it's a little surprising that Millennium Media is already moving forward with another take on the beloved franchise. However, the big difference here is that Hellboy creator Mike Mignola penned the screenplay along with his Dark Horse comic collaborator, Chris Golden. Brian Taylor, Crank ghostwriter Spirit of Vengeance, will direct what's being described as a movie that expands Hellboy's world through one of the most beloved issues of the comics series. As the trade notes, the movie follows Hellboy and rookie BPRD agent stranded in 1950s rural Appalachia. There, they discover a small community haunted by witches, led by a local devil with a troubling connection to Hellboy's past, the Crooked Man. On the page, the Crooked Man was an 18th century miser and war profiteer named Jeremiah Whitkins, who was hanged for his crimes yet returned from hell as the region's resident devil. The Crooked Man is a departure from all previous Hellboy films, where Mike, how do you pronounce that last name?
Mignola or Mignola.
Mignola? Yeah. Mignola? Okay, so I was kind of there. Okay. And the creator of the comics will finally shepherd an authentic version of his story and characters in film form. Millennium Media president Jeffrey Greenstein said, "This is the first in the series of films that will captivate audiences in familiar and new ways." Brian Taylor is an expert across the board, and I couldn't think of a better person to bring this story to life to show our audience this different and original Hellboy slate of films. Oh, so slate of films. So it sounds like they have themselves planned more than one. Millennium has an impressive 2023 slate that includes a new Expendables movie, okay, and the upcoming Red Sonja. Hellboy, the Crooked Man, sounds like it has real potential, though there are many fans likely to once again be disappointed that this isn't Del Toro's and Ron Perlman's unmade Hellboy 3. Talks with actors are thought to be in the late stages, so we should have more news on this one to share soon. Okay, so there's a story. Hellboy, the Crooked Man.
Interesting.
Looks like,
Actually, scroll back down for a second.
okay, say when.
Keep going, keep going, keep going. Actually, after the article. Stranger Things. Whoa. Up. There. Stranger Things star David Harbour called Green Lantern's Ryan Reynolds for advice when Hellboy bombed. That's hilarious. And I'm sure Ryan Reynolds went, just run and hide, dude. You'll never escape it. either live with it and make fun of it, or run and hide.
Mm-hmm. Become another superhero.
Well, yeah, that too.
Oh, that's the
But
best
anyway,
we do.
you can go back up to the top.
Oh, okay, yeah, no problem. Yeah, I try to accommodate my.
This is the first thing we've heard in a while that where they actually went to the original creator to do a screenplay. Now, how good he is at writing a screenplay, I guess we'll find out. But it bodes fairly well if he's involved. Then it's not we're not recreating this for a modern audience.
Right. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, it's like if it's coming from the originator, I mean, he's the guy that made Hellboy who Hellboy was.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I mean, so basically, whatever made Hellboy special, if this guy can translate it to the big screen, the only thing that I could actually see would be a problem is, if he adapted his own work. See, that's the thing. It's like, could he adapt his own work to where it's something fantastic? And just like you said, I guess that's something that we'll have to wait and see. So that's one thing. And then another thing too, okay, he's going to be the one writing the script, but what about the director? Like, the person that's going to sit there and envision this shit, is he going to be able to put it together the right way? And is he going to have the proper money and material in order to make it manifest the way it's supposed to?
Yeah, I mean,
the thing about Hellboy, he's a thing between sci-fi and magic,
right?
So are they gonna have the money to fucking pull off the special effects in order to make the story look the way it's supposed to look like? Because it's not. I don't think Hellboy normally doesn't go simple,
right?
It's like whatever he's dealing with is some over the top, world-ending type shits. So of course it doesn't. It's not gonna. You can't throw of course you could throw a small budget at it if you got the right people that can sit there and make something fantastic out of it. But is that what we're dealing with right here?
Who knows?
Yeah, right.
We'll find out.
Yeah, exactly, right. That's
I mean, we don't have enough information to really make a definitive guess. Nobody knows what the budget is.
Right.
It didn't even say who was directing. I don't think they're quite that far yet.
Yeah, I don't think they're that. So, yeah, I don't think they're there yet. The thing is, it's funny, that article that you had looked at all the way at the bottom with the guy from Stranger Things.
Yeah.
His whole thing was, like he's been talking about it for the last half a year to a year about how he really felt about that whole Hellboy thing. And what it was is he found out that you don't take an IP, get the switch, you don't take something that's been established that people like. You don't take that, switch it to what the fuck you want it to be, put it out there and expect to get the same results when people really wanted the original people from Hellboy. They wanted to see them in the third movie.
Right.
So
Exactly.
the fact that whatever what's his name, David, whatever the fuck, like whatever his Hellboy didn't bring to the table, it's like he realized, like, just taking something that, because it's like Hellboy, the one with Ron Perlman, it's like he has like a cult following to his shits,
Right.
and you're not gonna take, you can't don the costume and decide, oh, I'm gonna be Hellboy and not even come to his standards.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. That was a risk right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Deadline article,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't. It doesn't specifically. I mean, it states are supposed to go into production next month in Bulgaria.
Right.
So you would assume they're pretty damn close, and should have all of this stuff nailed down. But I'm still not getting a director. Like, I'm reading through it, and they mentioned
Yeah, it's Brian Taylor. Yeah.
Brian Taylor. Okay.
Which is, if I'm not mistaken, it's the director from the failed Hellboy movie. Now look, no. The Hellboy movie. No. The Hellboy movie with David, what's his face?
Harbour.
Right. Who's the director of that movie? Now look that up and see if this is the same guy.
Okay.
Hold on.
This guy did. Well, this guy did Ghost Rider.
The first one?
Spirit of Vengeance.
No. No. That's not a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here.
Let's see, 2019 film.
Yeah, that's director was Neil Marshall.
Yep.
So it's a different director then.
Mm. But Mike Mignola was involved with the story.
In 2019, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, no. Okay. So they list the writers as Andrew Crosby and Mike Mignola, but Crosby wrote the screenplay, and the only reason Mike Mignola got any credit was it was based on his character. So he had nothing to do with the screenplay.
Mm-hmm.
It was just the original comic. So let's see here. Brian Taylor most recently wrote and directed a satire called Mom and Dad, starring Nicolas Cage and Selma Blair. Let's see. He recently adapted Robert Kirkman's graphic novel Outcast for Skybound Universal. I don't think I've seen that. And of course, first comment on it is, without Guillermo del Toro, this will be a dud. Like, is he the only fucking director in the world at this point? Yeah,
that's it. If no film is done by him, it's going to be a bomb. So, it's just, that's kind of ridiculous because he did a great job with the other one, but it doesn't mean that other directors aren't good or don't have a good vision or ability to put the film together. Sometimes people get too hung up on, it's got to be this director or else.
Right. I don't know. I mean, it's potential. I think having the original creator actually working on the script. Is about as close as you're going to get for a script. Is he going to be assisting the director as they go along? Who knows?
Right. Good question. Sometimes they don't give a rip about the writers. It's like, your job is done. Leave. Well, I'm the creator. Well, you can leave. All depends on what they have in the contract.
Right.
I mean, I'm sure he does not want to see Hellboy just obliterated.
Well, I mean, he doesn't, but also the company that's producing this, they bought the rights to it, so I would assume they want a return on their investment.
Oh yeah, especially after the other one went, crashed and burned on them.
Right.
So it's I mean, I hope it turns out good. I mean, it has strong potential with the having the original the creator of the Hellboy franchise involved with it. But the big question is who's going to be starring in it? There's going to be a lot of other things. Are they going to put Woke in it? Hopefully not. You just have to.
I don't know. Well, yeah, I mean, having the original creator is good, but where does he lie in the political spectrum at this point? Because a whole lot of creators of shit are very liberal-minded.
Right. Which doesn't bother me at all. It's just don't go out there with this woke sermon. Just put a story out there.
Let's see here. Speaking of crossovers, you want to touch the last one there?
Oh.
Yeah, we can.
Okay, let me take a look where it is. Let me get rid of this. Bye. There goes that story. That story is gone. And let me get this other one. Oops.
What's up, Zax? What's going on, brother? Old man, how's it going, brother?
Yeah.
Pacific 414.
Hey, Mike.
Oh man. Leah Rose, how's it going? And Zechariah 315.
Let's see.
Man, open airlock policy. What's going on, brother?
Okay. And let me get this present. Present like a red ass baboon here. Okay.
Hey, my boy Open Airlock says OG creators will destroy their own creations. Look at Babylon 5.
Yeah.
It's funny to see people come back 20, 30, plus years later and try to retcon their own creation.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe I don't know, man. People have done a few things here and there, Lucas, stuff like that. But when you talk about a whole massive overhaul,
right?
Holy shit! Just to fit, a political spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's bad, man.
Right. And as he's talking about, J. Michael Straczynski wanting to do a reboot of Babylon 5. I know the show Babylon 5, the original run, kind of had some twists and turns because of this life that Straczynski didn't want the show to necessarily go, but in many ways helped, I think, the series in many ways, except for like the last season because they lost Claudia Christian. But them losing Sinclair after the first season made a very satisfying episode where you actually had a character that you're invested in, and that was in with the two-parter where they go back in time with Babylon 4, and you have a connection instead of having the guest star of the week. And of course, we'd lose that if Straczynski did the series. I mean, who knows what direction he'd go with the series if he gets a chance to redo it. I'd rather see them try to do Crusade again than Babylon 5, to be honest. So I got this one pulled up here from Event Hubs. Street Fighter Ryu? Okay. Chung-Li.
Guile.
Guile, thank you. And Ken are teaming up. I said Ken right. Did I say Ken right?
You said Ken right, yes.
Okay. Are teaming up with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in a new
Baron.
comic book. Hey, you know,
Baron, you don't know shit about Street Fighter, do you?
you know what? I never really played it. To be honest.
Holy shit.
Honestly, I never did. I mean, my apologies.
No, you're fine. I'm actually I never really played Street Fighter much either. I just know the names.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why I never got into Street Fighter. There was other games I was into.
Well, okay. I mean, I'll put it to you this way: the most Street Fighter I ever played was in an actual arcade, and it was Street Fighter 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then I, of course, remember the movies.
Right. With Christopher Lambert and was it Raul Julia?
Yeah, well, not Lambert. Lambert was the other game movie.
Okay.
Right?
Christopher Lambert when he played yeah, he was in the first movie, wasn't he?
Oh yeah, he was in the first movie.
Yeah, I thought so. I redeemed myself.
Raiden. Yeah, that's right. He was Raiden.
Yeah.
Raiden, yeah.
Hey, the Baron turns around and redeems himself.
No, okay, yeah.
I come back. You thought you had me pinned down. You thought there was,
All right. You keep trying, shit.
I'll keep trying.
I'm gonna let you go and
Nothing wrong.
say all the names again on your own.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have fun, aren't you? Okay. The cast of Street Fighter has seen cameos in so many other video games and media over the years, with major collaborations happening with the likes of Fortnite, SNK, through the King of Fighter All-Star mobile game, and even a trek into Monster Hunter. In similar fashion, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles have also made numerous appearances in outside media, themselves teaming up with the Ghostbusters, Batman, and most importantly to us, making a playable appearance in NetherRealm Studios' Injustice 2 back in 2018. At this point, I'm unsure which of these franchises has seen more crossovers, but the fate are bringing Street Fighter and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle together, surprisingly not for the first time, for a brand new upcoming comic book series. Comic book publisher IDW, of course, has announced a fresh miniseries entitled Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles vs. Street Fighters, in which iconic characters like Chung-Li, Ryu, Guile, Leonardo, Raphael, and more will be gearing up to lock horns. They could have put more of the Turtles names in there, unless the other one I'd had a better job. Gizmondo was given a first look at the upcoming series, which will be penned by Paul Allor, have art by Ariel Medel, and colors by Sarah Meyer. The first issue in the 5-issue miniseries is expected to drop this May. And in this initial preview, we get to see the cover art for issue number 1, as well as a handful of inked pages. The story will follow Leonardo, Raphael, Michelangelo, and Donatello and Jennica from IDW's main Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle comic book series as they head to a martial arts tournament in Atlantic City. Upon arriving at the competition, the Turtles will come face-to-face with some of the iconic World Warriors, with Ryu, Chung-Li, Guile, and Ken being shown so far. As the title of the miniseries suggests, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles will indeed have to do battle with the Street Fighter contenders in this tournament. As the event progresses, however, the two groups will be forced to stop their fighting and team up to investigate several mysterious disappearances.
Did
The
you
initial
call him?
pre-
Hold on. Did you call him Gilly?
Geely probably, yeah.
Guile.
Wow.
Guile. Thank you. Hey, I never said I was good with these names. Guile. Okay, I'll remember. Guile.
Ghillie suit.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It was a ghillie suit. Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought. Okay, well, that's neat. That's kind of cool. Guile. Okay, Guile. Okay. The initial preview pages show a heated battle between U.S. Air Force pilot Guile and Psy-wielding hothead Raphael as they trade blows. Guile can be seen taking a powerful punch right to the face in the first page, and the next page includes a few panels of these contenders squaring off in a boxing ring with their fellow teammates looking on. You can check out the cover art to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles vs. Street Fighters issue 1 below. Be sure to head over to Gizmondo, though, for the preview pages and more details about the upcoming comic book mini-series. And, click for a larger version. Hopefully it's not going to be porn. There you go.
Did it open a second window?
Oh, did it? Okay, then I guess it did. Yeah, okay, yeah. So, let me get this switched over then. Okay, yeah. There we go. I can hit that button. How's that? You see that? Okay. So there we are. Cover A. No porn popped up. That's good. And then there we go. There's our heroes.
Wow.
Well, at least they're traditional looking.
Yeah. I'm about to say it looks very looks like them. Yeah.
Yeah. Gotta have breasts for that, definitely.
No breast reduction for Chun-Li.
Exactly. No, I was noticing that too. I was kind of that's where my eyes was as I was scrolling was yeah. Look at them. Yeah, that's nice. It's like thank you for making women look like women and sexy. I mean, and then of course the women can enjoy the big muscle bound guys, or the turtles if they go that way. You never know. Wait a moment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 turtles. That must be that new one they just said they put in there. Okay. I have to admit. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm not. I have to admit I'm not up on my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what is his name?
Let me take a look here. I'm looking. Jenica. So it's Leonardo, Raphael, Michelangelo, Donatello, and Jenica. So I'm assuming that must be a female turtle somewhere in there.
Yeah, they do have a. They have a.
Yeah.
They do have a. And I guess that's the one that's going against Chun-Li.
Maybe.
What you think about that, Nuban?
What's that? The fifth turtle?
Yeah.
Eh.
The she turtle.
She turtles. I like turtles.
I mean, whatever. It's. I mean, it's not that there wasn't precedent for the fifth turtle prior.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I'm not mistaken, didn't she show up in one of the movies?
I think it was. I think it was one of the turtle TV shows.
Oh, the TV show. Okay, yeah.
And then,
I
think they brought her back for an animated cartoon deal or some shit, a Nickelodeon.
Right. Okay. That I did.
Let's see here first.
What's up, Socks? What's up, old man? Yeah, that's Street Fighter.
Yeah, first
and Ninja Turtles, man.
Yeah, it says the first appearance was 97, so character's been around a bit.
Do turtles even have breasts?
She didn't show up in the comics until last year.
Matter of fact, there's actually I could have actually thrown out another story. They had they've been running a Ninja Turtle story called The Last Ronin.
Yeah, I saw that. That looks interesting.
Yeah, it's where basically, if I'm not mistaken, they all die.
Yeah, except for one.
Now, there's an after story. You want to look that up real quick before we bounce?
Yeah. Let's see here. Hold
It
on.
sounds like New Bomb's all over it. I'll let him.
Yeah, it's featuring 4 new turtles. Guess who they are?
They're all women. Am I right?
Hold on. I'm looking. Yeah, it says Last Ronin sequel will follow a new generation of turtles. Let's see here. This is from Screen Rant. Let me hold on. Let me move this over here and then share.
Yeah, let me take mine down. I'll stop sharing mine. There you go.
There. Okay, now I'm sharing that one. Let's see here. World of the Last Ronin is returning as the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Dark Future is getting an all-new series serving as a sequel to the wildly popular comic book. In Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles The Last Ronin Lost Years from IDW Publishing, the comic will be a prequel to the recently concluded Last Ronin series while also setting up an all-new generation of turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Last Ronin by Kevin Eastman, Peter Laird, Tom Waltz, Esos, and Isaac Akorza. And Ben Bishop was an epic storyline following the harrowing adventure of the last turtle as he took his final stand against the Foot Clan. Michelangelo joined forces with April O'Neil and Casey Jones Jr. in the dark future to take down Oroto, and stop the evil ninja organization once and for all. The series ended dramatically with Mikey beating Oroto but succumbing to his injuries from the battle. However, the Last Ronin story isn't over, as a new prequel comic will dive deeper into Michelangelo's transformation while introducing a new team of turtles.
Who's the new team of turtles?
I'm looking here. Showcase Final Days. Go check out. Hold on. Go check it back. Let's see here. Return to the Roninverse. In the Smash Hit miniseries Last Ronin, readers were taken on a pulse-pounding trek through time, past, present, and future, to witness the final gut-wrenching days of the heroes at a half shell. For Michelangelo in particular, the march was his heartbreaking last battle, was long and dangerous, taking him from New York City to Japan, across Asia and Europe, and then back home again to administer final justice against those guilty of killing his family. But what happened during those fateful years when he had only the need for vengeance and Master Splinter's journal to guide him? What battles did he fight? What hard lessons did he learn? The time has come to find out, as original miniseries writers Kevin Eastman and Tom Waltz, Joey Nargis, Bishop, Gallant, and let's see here, to finally reveal what adventures the Last Ronin experienced during his fateful journey. While in the present, a new master, Casey Marie Jones. Did they have a daughter?
I must have.
Prepares her young Terrapin students to be the next generation. Still not saying what the next generation is.
Man. There's a story out there that's telling you who the next generation is.
Karen, Snooky.
Yeah, this doesn't say much.
Kim.
See if I can find something else. You're guessing.
I'm just being an a-hole. I mean, I'm not even guessing. I'm just being an a-hole. Oh, excuse me. I had to adjust myself.
Okay, so geek culture has an article. Let's see here. Looks like okay. Meet Odin, Yi, Moha, and Uno. Excuse me.
See, those names aren't easy, are they, New Bomb?
Meet who?
Odin, Odyn, Odin, Yi, Moha, and Uno.
Okay.
Doesn't say anything about genders.
Yeah, but you can kind of tell something's.
Those names don't seem right.
Yeah, something don't smell right.
I mean, at least the original names, the Renaissance artists and such, that had a theme to it. What's going to be the theme to this one?
Well, what's a Odin is what?
But it's not spelled the same.
No, it's not spelled like the Norse god.
Odyn.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I could say this. Some of the art. Here, I'll share it. It doesn't.
What?
Huh?
Blow that shit up.
What the hell?
As big as it gets.
Well, it looks like there's one that's kind of feminine on the right. Then you got like.
But if they're basing it on what they've had in the past, it would have boobs, and it doesn't have boobs.
I mean, they might have what
they're just different sizes, but
the chest body.
This one here looks more like a toad.
Yeah, it kind of looks like if you got Clobby and a turtle put together, from the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I don't know.
Then it's like you got Bitch Boy at the very left there.
Or the very right.
Yeah, I don't know. They don't look impressive. I'm sorry, they don't.
Well, I mean, they're fucking turtles, man. How
Well, I
impressive do you want them
know.
to be?
Well, I thought the old ones looked impressive.
They all look the same. The original turtles, the only way you could tell any of them apart is the color of fucking headgear they had on and
the weapons.
And the weapons.
Right. Actually, when they first came out, they didn't even have color. That was for the animated series. In the comic books, they were all the same color. It was just you had to tell by the weapons they were using who was who.
Right.
So actually, the color adding the color, I thought was a good idea for idiots like me.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they're obviously drawing them in a childlike state.
Yeah.
Because they're learning. They're supposed to be young. Doesn't say anything beyond that.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
What's up, old man?
Yeah. Yeah, Casey Marie is named after her dad, Casey Jones, and is the daughter of April. So, yep.
So basically, Casey Jones's kid is the master.
Yeah.
Yeah. Her
What
daughter,
the
Casey Marie.
fuck?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was April O'Neil and Casey Jones had a kid.
Yep. And a mix of brothers and sisters, the 4 new ninja siblings.
Where does it say that?
Oh, I'm looking at a different article here. I just looked up about Meet the New Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Actually, I have it on my phone. This is from Newsorama. Let's see if I can find that.
Old man said they suck. Oh shit. Yeah, man. Yeah, to the old man. There you go.
Ah,
It's funny.
it stinks. Okay, let's see if this gets me where it is here on this one. Oh, Odin is the name of a character in Warcraft, it looks like. So,
Oh, the ODYN.
yeah, the old DYN. Yeah, the sick looker teenage. Yep. Ninja Turtles. There we go. See if I can get into this one. So, can I find the same one on my computer that I have on my phone? Yeah, I'm looking. Well, this was some screen rant. I found one. So let's see if how this one goes. So just a second here. Let me get this shared. Hey, you gotta love all the professionalism we do here on this show, huh? Huh? It's like watching sausage being made.
What was the one you were trying to find? What was the name of the
It was
website?
on Newsorama.
Yeah, Newsarama was not the greatest site, but
No.
all right, here we go.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes they have something. Okay, you got that up there. Okay, great. So like this one's from Screen Rant, which you can give or take, honestly. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles officially named the Turtles who will replace the original heroes. The next generation of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles has been revealed as 4 new heroes in a half shell. Names are shared for the first time. This is written by Liam McGuire. And there's our classic ones right there. Spoilers for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin, Lost Years #1 by IDW Publishing. So if you haven't read, please go away. This was let's see, the date on this one was from January 25th, almost a month ago. The next generation of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles has officially been revealed as the names of the 4 turtles in the Last Ronin timeline are shared. And Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin, The Lost Years #1 by IDW Publishing, the new turtles in the dark future are named Yi, Odan, Moja, and Uno. As the meaning behind the names continues the legacy for the heroes in a half shell. In the new miniseries, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin, The Lost Years by Kevin Eastman, Tom Waltz, S.L. Gallant, and Maria Kane, Ben Bishop, Luis Antonio Delgado, and Sean Lee from IDW Publishing. The story finishes from the past to the present as a new generation of turtles is trained by Casey Jones Jr. The new turtles, who each have distinct looks, are given the names Uno, Odan, Moja, and Yi. Still just kids, the turtles struggle with their training as their focus needs work. What do the new turtles' names mean? And that looks like look at how they cute little turtles. I like turtles. The original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were named after famous Renaissance artists, with Michelangelo, Leonardo, Raphael, and Donatello, names deriving from real-life figures. However, the new generation of turtles aren't named after artists or real-life people, but still have similar connection themes behind their names. Moja, which is Swahili, Uno, Spanish, Udan, Russian, and Yi, Chinese, all mean one.
Whoa! Hold on, man.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, they're all gonna be having different fucking languages and shit. One's gonna talk like this, and then one's gonna talk like he a Russian, and then the other is this what we're gonna get?
Well, I don't think so, because all those are they all mean one in different languages. So basically, all of them are named one, and these are the different languages that one is. So,
What language is that?
well, the Moja, which is Swahili, that's their version of one. Uno, Spanish, that's one. Orien, Russian, that's their one. And Yi, Chinese, is their name for one. So I don't know what they mean by having it all as meaning one. They say it's a fitting name theme for the youngsters, as while they all have their individual personalities and looks, they all represent one team together. Okay. While Casey Jones Jr. and April Jones are helping train the next generation of turtles, don't expect to see Yi, Moja, Uno, or Odin on the battlefield just yet. They are all still extremely young, with April even referring to them as babies. Jones is helping Casey Jr. with her own patience with the new turtles. So Casey Jr. is his daughter. Patient with the turtle, telling her she needs to take
Junior's
baby
daughter?
steps. Yep. At the start.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I think this is her right there. That you have the older April, and then that's Casey Jr. See, what's to fix Casey? Yeah, that's the daughter right there. She's got one of those the nose breathe right things on, so she doesn't snore at night. And looks like April might have gone through the wrecking ball a few times. Looks like she's got scars on her forehead and her cheek. So, and it looks like this one with the yellow. That looks like that's a girl, because I won't promise. She's going to mess with everything. So there's one of them right there, and I don't know which one that is. Ultimately, the Turtles will need much more training from Casey Jr. before they're battle ready and truly replace the fallen original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle team. However, even if they're not quite ready for action, it's fun to see a new generation of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles emerge as Odin, Uno, Moja, and Yi usher in a new era of the group, which with time will have a chance to live up to the great heroes before them.
Huh.
And of course, number one is in the stores now. So run off to if you're interested, run off to the comic book store. You can get the number one of the last run, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and you can find out more about Casey Jr. and April and all the turtles named one in different languages.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Huzzah! Enjoy, everybody.
I don't know.
Oh man, I said they suck. You so did. Oh shit.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
What about pizza? Isn't that like an official? Yeah, I mean,
I would
probably
think so.
Yeah,
Probably the new turtles aren't even eating pizza.
Yeah.
Not
What they
healthy.
be eating?
Yeah.
Oh, I know what.
Yeah, they're probably fucking eating tofu and shit.
Yeah, it's that Beyond. They're going to have the Beyond Beef, organic, meat-looking things, and who knows? Oh boy.
Well, maybe they'll work maybe they'll work in them eating bugs, since
Oh yeah.
honestly,
Eat the crickets. Eat the crickets. Well, they are turtles, so I mean, real
Right.
turtles, all sorts of stuff, fish and all that. Maybe that's what they'll do.
no idea.
I don't, but it's like pizza was a big thing with teens. They're going to have some sort of gimmick. whether you like it or not, because that's what you're known for, having some sort of gimmick. And pizza was the original guys's. I mean, for crying out loud, Domino's got involved, I believe, with ad campaigns for it.
Yeah.
Right. It's well, at least the thing is, it's coming from Eastman, so
Yeah.
he's the creator of the Turtles. That has a lot to say. I don't know if I've heard a lot of people buying The Last Ronin, but as far as what it's leading into, I haven't heard anybody being excited about that shit.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
you're watching a story of the last stand of the last fucking Ninja Turtle. I don't know how how
I mean,
exciting is that? I don't know. Shit. Does anybody want to read a story about the fucking turtles getting killed off? I don't know.
well, it all depends on how they go too. I mean,
Well, I mean, but still, I mean, it's everybody wants to be doom and gloom with all the heroes. At least wanted to see them get killed off at least once. And I guess this is their Eastman's version. If he could ever say, hey, there was ever a story of the turtles getting killed the fuck off, here it is.
right.
Yeah, I mean,
ushering in the new age.
The original comic books were dark anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah,
The very first run.
yeah, I owned a few of those issues.
yeah. A lot of people don't realize that the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or the Mask. They weren't these shits and giggles type of thing. They were dark and gritty.
Right.
Yeah.
Dark and gritty. It was just when they went to cartoons
Well,
and
and
stuff like
bloody.
that. Yeah, gritty and bloody. A lot of viscera. And it was but when they decided to aim for the kids, obviously the turtles got
Cleaned up.
yeah, you might say that. And when they did the Mask, obviously we want to have a fun movie, not this psychopath movie.
Mm.
So yeah, it's just going to be interesting to see. I mean, yeah, it sounds like it's a little darker, grittier, which again is not outside the realm. But even creators sometimes miss the mark when they want to try to, basically, let's say, put it this way, it's rebirthing their legend and now trying a different direction with it.
Yeah, it's a reboot, effectively.
Right. And sometimes it can be good. Other times, what the hell,
Yeah, though, didn't they say that Last Ronin was not main continuity?
Yeah,
No, it wasn't. Yeah.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, it's on their, like, I don't know, more like I wouldn't say like an Elseworld, but it's a more like the Dark Knight.
Right.
Far future. It's not. It's like it's basically the only future that they have so far, but it's not their definitive future.
Right.
So it's like you can call it an Elseworld, but it's an Elseworld that could possibly be the future and possibly not be the future.
Right.
And that's damn near the same equivalent of what's that damn, it's at the tip of my tongue. Where all the heroes, like it's the future and it was done by Mark Waid. Damn good book. Kingdom Come.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're talking about Kingdom Come. Right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, Dark Knight Returns wasn't supposed to be part of the main continuity, but somehow they managed to start weaseling it into there. And it's like, no, keep it by itself. Same thing with The Killing Joke. That was supposed to be kind of a what if, or not part of the continuity. And of course, needless to say, they brought elements of that into regular continuity with Barbara Gordon being paralyzed and such.
Becoming Oracle and all that.
Exactly. So, yeah, I mean,
the only reason I brought that up is because it leaves it. If this fails, this reboot,
it leaves them an out.
Right.
Basically, they can say, okay, well, that was a feature. It didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go back into the normal timeline and they'll figure out a way to prevent that future from happening.
Right. Exactly.
It's a writer's way of coding a back door, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. The escape switch.
Right. Like, oh, that didn't happen. Flick.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the thing with this is that people actually are enjoying the story. People are buying it, and as long as people are buying it and people are giving it some kind of praise,
Mm-hmm.
the next thing you could expect for them to do is what? Continue to keep making more shit about, within that storyline or whatever.
Well, yeah,
Right.
but the Ronin part, like if you don't look at this and just look at the Ronin part as being a possible end,
Mm-hmm.
that's fine, and people liked the idea of that and the way the story laid out. This is just, hey, we could do something with this and reboot all the characters.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it basically, if this fails and it doesn't sell issues, they can just back themselves up into the last Ronin and say, okay, well, he figures out how to prevent this future from happening.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously,
See,
I don't think he wants that to happen, but
No.
it leaves him the out in case it does.
Right. I mean, you're going to a tricky area, and even with our myths and sagas, you have like multi-generational. Where one hero would come and succumb and be no more, and like your child or someone significant would take up the sword, so to say. So this is nothing new at all in storytelling. So if they're gonna do this, they gotta do it the right way. I mean, you can't have your heroes go out in a bitch move. It has to have some strong symbolism.
That's what the last Ronin was.
Yeah.
Like if you read that series or followed it in any way,
Mm-hmm.
they didn't go out in a bad way per se. I mean, obviously dying is not optimal, but I mean, they went down fighting. If that's how you want to look at it, last man standing type of stuff.
Right.
So I mean, and I kind of lean back on this. If you look at Last Ronin by itself, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
It does two things for the writer. It gives them an opportunity to reboot, which is what this is, Next Generation. But it leaves that door open in case that Next Generation doesn't work.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
And
so
and
I mean,
hopefully,
I was gonna say it. They can, like the way 24 explained it, like it's a distant possible, in quotes, future.
Mm-hmm. Right.
It may not be the definitive future.
Mm-hmm.
Time remains. That story is to be told. If
Right.
this takes off, then they've told it. They told it in the last Ronin, and that's it. They don't have to address it again. If this fails, they can readdress it. They bring it right back around and sort it back out.
Right, and they could also do it like in a multiverse. They can flip this thing in so many different ways. The way DC has with bringing back certain aspects of it. Let's say if whatever leads into the last Ronin never happens, but then a certain timeline or something happens to where something from the last Ronin, that future that never happened, steps back into curtain continuity. And it's and they're trying to figure out, well, this person's coming from a future that never happened, but why is this happening? And it's a mystery. They can do so much shit.
Yeah,
they can play with it so many different ways.
It's the way. I mean, you look at it like, how does DC deal with time travel versus Marvel deal with time travel? They both deal with it very differently. Marvel's explanation was every time you go and change something in the past, you create a split. So this
Next Generation timeline could be that split.
Mhm.
And then now you've got parallel universes where The Last Ronin didn't play out the way it did, and one where it did play out the way it did. And then they can tie them back in together where the parallel universes end up with a link between them so that the original team ends up meeting this team. Because obviously Casey Jr. don't know how to fucking train them for shit. They're going to be some half-ass fucking Ninja Turtles.
Mhm. Exactly.
Which leaves you that opportunity, you know? Michelangelo comes back and be like, what the fuck? These guys don't know shit.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Just looking at this looks kind of looks bad.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the one that's in gray there and the one in the background kind of look like the original design if they were little. The one in the forefront, though, looks a bit more creature-ish.
It's Gamera.
But, right. I mean, there's more of a beaky nose to it, and the one in the far left background looks like he has teeth.
Beaky nose. Which turtle had a beaky nose? Didn't it have like a mutated turtle? That was like a bad guy that had like a beaky kind of face to it.
I don't remember the character. It's possible.
No, I don't.
Yeah, I mean, I remember the old toy. Yeah, it was long time ago.
Well, yeah, I mean, and that's what they did to create the female one too. They gave her a backstory that she was loyal to the Foot Soldier clan, but not loyal to Shredder.
Yeah, basically like a Smurfette.
In a way, yeah.
Yeah. If Smurfette was a turtle.
Shit. Right.
Green instead of blue.
Man.
But again, I mean, that's what modern writers do for themselves nowadays. They're preempting writing themselves in a corner by giving themselves a backdoor out.
Low spec says whoop de doo.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Well, man. That's crazy. Well, I guess so far we've dug down to see what the hell was going on with that. So I know there's some turtle fans and some people will be excited to see them square up against people from Street Fighter.
Right.
You know, but yeah, it's well,
ladies and gentlemen, this episode of the Primetime Kings had everything from boobs to turtles. What more can you ask for?
And
we even had a little pizza.
Turtle boobs.
Yeah, turtle boobs too. Yeah, more importantly, turtle boobs. Yes.
Yeah. So I tell you what, we'll go ahead and wrap it up. If you guys
all right,
got any last words?
Last words. Sounds like you're gonna shoot us.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. We're done for. He's fed up with us. He's had enough of our shit. That's
ain't nobody gonna walk the plank over here. So
I do have something I want to show.
Sure. What's that?
Before.
Yeah.
Let me share it.
All right.
One of the guys I follow on Twitter sent me this. It's the world's best fireworks show.
Oh, this thing, yeah.
Oh, I
I
think
shared the audio too. Watch.
Oh, it's gonna be right there. You can't get it around. It's not gonna work. Who did that?
Guess what? It's good.
There we go.
Wow.
Yeah,
Right?
I saw that.
And
Oh,
one person just sat there with their hands over their head.
Yeah, look like it.
Oh my
A few of
goodness, that has to be a complete dipshit. That motherfucker just sat there, and then it's funny because before that last second of it cutting off, something else erupted, and just fucking the whole thing turned orange before it actually cut. So something else, it got even worse than that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, and that motherfucker just stood there with their hands over,
Yeah.
stupid ass.
Well, it was my time to go. It's my time to go. Hell with it. You know.
Yeah, but I'm not just gonna sit there and fucking take it.
No. You know,
Fuck,
sometimes
you
we're just fed up.
yeah,
with
you
your-
like, oh fuck it, I'm just gonna shield my face, like fuck out of here, and then it's getting worse. Fuck out of here. But yeah, man, that was some interesting shit. I remember I seen that about a year or two ago.
Oh, it's
That's-
that old. Okay.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
real.
it's been around a while.
Yeah, it's I remember seeing that about a year or two ago, man. But that's that's interesting as fuck. I haven't seen it in a minute. But yeah, man. Other than that, man, shit, I'll just be dropping videos and doing what I normally do. But I wanted to also thank everybody again that has, shared the GoFundMe, put something on it. Just want to thank everybody, and I'll be thanking everybody personally, because I'm gonna get a list, and I got a whole lot of thanking to do, man. So I just want to tell everybody thank you, and I appreciate y'all for sharing it, and looking out for me the way y'all have, man. And I'm just thankful. So with that, I'll just be like I said, just dropping videos and looking forward to catching up with y'all next weekend.
Yeah.
God bless you.
No, thank you. Sorry about that. I tried to hit the button, but didn't make it.
Nah, it's not like you farted, but it was good. It happens sometimes.
Oh, I didn't fart. Trust me. That'd be a different sound.
Nah, man, I know. Oh shit, but yeah, man. But yeah, we're gonna get up out of here, man. And just want to tell everybody thank y'all, and you guys have a great evening, and we'll see you guys next time. So
Yes.
yeah, we up out of here
Peace.
now. Peace,
We
y'all.
love you all. We love you.
Always.